Week 1 is in the books. But you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to talk about Everlasting Survivors, put out by Gamble Comics. My 68-page graphic novel. Cover A by Jeff Hicks. Cover B by Nick Crook. Limited quantities of first printings available at Etsy.com. Link in the description. Now that we got the shilling out the way, after the open, Josiah's back, and we are going over WCW. And I am reworking it in a way that I think will make it better.
With all that.
Last week we started it, and we're continuing on down to the end of WCW. The creator of Everlasting Survivors, the founder of Gamble Comics, me, Oz, and Josiah.
As you can see, I don't have any cool honorifics. So we'll work on those over time.
Yeah. I don't know. So I went over the history, and I was like, I don't know who I want to wear. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wear me.
You know what? And I can respect it.
And you're repping
the
it.
Throwback, Double or Nothing, because I love Tana, love Mox, and the Forbidden Door was great. So I'm like, yeah, I'll wear this shirt.
Absolutely.
Relive the memories.
So this week we begin in February at Super Brawl 6. So Josiah, what happened at Super Brawl 6?
Well, the Super Brawl 6 had all kinds of classics. Falls Count Anywhere tag match between the Nasty Boys versus Public Enemy. Big win for the Nasty Boys in 8 minutes, pretty much. WCW World Television title match between Johnny B. Bad with Kimberly, obviously, defeating Diamond Dallas Page.
The feud that won't end.
It literally won't, man. We got so tired of it. You got the WCW World Tag Team title match with Luger and Sting. That's right, one of Sting's many partners. I keep forgetting about that.
He's such a trusting man.
Such a trusting man. You know what? I wish I could trust people as much as Sting trusted people.
Didn't you see him at Forbidden Door? He could have given you tips.
It was amazing. Of course, he was busy, diving off of
the
stage onto human beings. So may not have had the time.
Okay, makes sense.
It's all right. I'll catch him next time.
Gotcha.
When he's in the rafters, obviously. They defeated Harlem Heat. Yeah, of course, man. People always looking out. That's Sting. Yeah, this is classic Surfer Sting too. I forgot about this. So he really loves everyone. But they defeated Harlem Heat.
Love that team.
Yeah, honestly, they're one of my favorite WCW tag teams. Probably because
no, not necessarily. I love Harlem Heat too.
Yeah, partially. Well, it was partially that because, obviously there's not that many teams that look like me.
Especially in WCW.
Exactly. So
going over the whole history of Nitro, or from where we began to when it's going to end.
Yeah.
Booker's pretty much the only guy I could really push.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean.
I was following. Yeah. No, I get it, especially because I look back on how everyone was booked back then too. We don't look great.
Yeah.
And Harlem Heat was always consistently looking good, always consistently popular too.
Oh yeah,
which helped a lot.
Great talent.
All right.
We're a long way from this, but I'm going to talk about it because it got brought up. Harlem Heat 2000 was very disappointing because in my mind, Ahmed Johnson wasn't that talented in WWF, but they did a great job hiding it. But in WCW, he was just always looking like he didn't
looked like
belong.
He was out of place. He looked like he didn't know what his own name was.
Yeah.
So that's how to wrestle.
Absolutely.
I did feel bad for the guy because they definitely could have did more with him. But
he was popular because Vince really had skills at so Paul Heyman is notorious for saying accentuate the positives, hide the negatives. Yeah. But Vince was really good at that too.
Yeah.
In his time.
Granted, we don't really remember that because he doesn't do it anymore. Mm-hmm. But when he did, when his whole company was on the line, he was really on point with it. Where am I at? United States title match. Oh yeah, I forgot Conan was U.S. champion. He defeated One Man Gang.
He had a pretty long run.
Yeah, no, totally forgot about it.
Yeah, he was the Hulk Hogan of Mexico.
Well, yeah, that sounds right. Actually,
I mean, like the top guy.
Yeah, the man.
Yes.
Big respect and all that. Speaking of respect,
I like
the I Respect You strap match between Kevin Sullivan with Jimmy Hart defeating Brian Pillman in less than a minute.
Yes, because Pillman says, "I respect you, Booker Man."
Classic Pillman, man. Then another I Respect You strap match.
So what happened is, because the match didn't happen, and because Bischoff and Pillman were playing it so close to the vest, they felt as though they had to follow through with what they advertised. And so Arn Anderson then subsequently came out and had a match with Sullivan because Pillman actually didn't have a match at all.
That makes sense.
He just had a moment in time that
we will remember forever in infamy.
Absolutely.
Well, and it was notorious.
Yeah, it really was. This was one of those things, much like Pillman knocking the headset off of Heenan.
Oh yeah,
and the time that he showed up in ECW and everybody swore they saw his
his situation.
Brian Pillman
taking a whiz on the mat.
Yeah.
Which ECW is pretty much the only place you can get away with that.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's why it was back to back.
All right, that makes sense. Well, that one ended in no contest, so it didn't matter anyway. Woo! WCW!
We're following through with our promises.
Oh, man. And that went, it went 3 minutes and 45 seconds before they decided to just say
that was way longer than the no minute at all.
Oh, Lord.
Now you see why we're redoing this.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about this match, too. So then we had another WCW World Tag Team title match. Luger and Sting obviously retained again. This time they were wrestling the Road Warriors, and it ended in a double count out. Classic double count out. WCW. Actually, WWE does it now too.
Of course, yeah. Unfortunately, it's very sports entertainment like.
Yeah. And then you got your world title match inside a solid steel cage. You got Flair was with woman? I don't even remember this. Yeah.
Woman was one of his accoutrements to the Four Horsemen. She was a part of the Four Horsemen. Not officially like a wrestler, but she was
the female horseman.
Well, she was the manager of this iteration.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see that because I don't remember. I truly don't remember, and I actually like woman as a manager.
Well, and here's the thing: is like this all goes. So we start at this moment with Pillman versus Sullivan, right? But when Pillman goes nuts, because that's his whole gimmick right now, we transition into Benoit against Sullivan, and it's probably why you don't remember it, is because this is what led to real life becoming. Yeah. This led to Benoit and Sullivan turning fiction into reality.
Right.
When Sullivan's real life wife woman leaves him for Chris Benoit.
Right. Yeah. I did forget. Yeah. Especially since I wasn't really into wrestling yet by the time Chris Benoit was gone.
Yeah. So, wiped away.
Yeah, wiped from existence. Because I didn't find out what the main event of WrestleMania 20 was until I was like...
Such a good match.
Like 15.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was the match. Oh, that's why they didn't have
Of course, yeah.
But the match was amazing.
Yeah.
But, okay, that makes sense.
It makes sense.
Got it. Well, Flair defeated Savage. Huge title change. Miss Elizabeth on the outside. Tears rolling down her face and all that good stuff.
So, my version of Super Brawl, we open with Harlem Heat versus the LOD. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. When I hear World Heavyweight title match, I think of the finish.
Oh, no, that's cute. You forget Hogan's on the card.
You
know Hogan always has to be last.
That don't work for me, brother. I gotta go.
So, of course, he went out there. I guess he said, nope, keep the cage out, send the Giant out there. Because he just dropped the big leg on him with Jimmy Hart and Sullivan. Actually, I don't even know if he did that, but it's probably what happened. Didn't even watch the match. But 50% confident that's what happened. Match ended in 15 minutes. Hogan,
that's
obviously...
really long, though, for Hogan.
For a Hogan match, yeah.
But yeah, so in my version of events, I would open with Harlem Heat versus the LOD. Winner faces Luger and Sting.
Makes a lot more sense.
Because if you're gonna have Luger and Sting retain, why not have the people they defeat be tired from having a match earlier in the night instead of having...
So they still look good. That's
Exactly.
a great idea.
Thanks, I try. So
what you have going over there?
I had Booker T pinning Hawk in the opening match.
Wow.
Reason being is I'm trying to build Booker T into a tippy-top guy. We'll find out why in the next episode. But, so I change the TV title match. The match stays the same, but in my world, as established in the last episode, Diamond Dallas Page is a babyface. And I don't care if Johnny B. Bad is working heel if he's also a face, but Page being face is important because, again, I'm building him, just like Booker T, to be a tippy-top guy because both these guys have very important roles to play in the next episode. Because coming up in the next episode is the Bash at the Beach, 1996. I don't know if anybody knows what happens at that show, but big things going down there. So instead of doing... so I said instead of doing 2 cage matches, 2 tag title matches, and 2 strap matches...
What? 2 of everything?
Yeah, like they did at the real show. Let's change this thing up. So, and the 2 cage matches were back-to-back, the 2 strap matches were back-to-back. So what I do is I split up the strap matches. I put another match on between Pillman saying... I respect you, Booker Man, and Arn Anderson coming out to fill in the role, because to me it makes it feel more real and genuine to be like, oh, this is so off the wall. Let's move on to that tag title match. That's where Sting and Luger retain over Harlem Heat, who had gone through a hell of a match with LOD.
To break up that confusion.
Yeah, to break it up, but to follow through with what we promised. Arn still does the strap match. Will probably go longer than 4 minutes in my world because that just feels weird. And then Hogan and Giant don't get a cage match, and we end with the world title match because it just, to me, that feels right.
And that's when Hogan quits and he quits the business. And
No.
Back.
Now he might get his feelings hurt. He might go shoot some thunder in paradise, but he's not leaving. So up next we go to March 24th of 1996, WCW Uncensored, which I think is a way better name than either One Night Stand or Extreme Rules in WWE's case. I don't know why they don't just steal Uncensored when they want to do a hardcore show.
Honestly, you make a great point. I can't actually argue with that.
Thanks, I tried.
Like, One Night Stand works for the one ECW show.
Yeah, it made great sense for the revival show, but not for every week, every year. Every year's not a revival.
Like, woo, man, that One Night Stand was great. Let's have a second one. That would make it a 2-night stand. But okay. Well, on this Uncensored pay-per-view, we had, Conan retaining against Eddie Guerrero, which I'm sure was an amazing match.
I love those guys. It's a U.S. title match, right?
Yeah, sorry, U.S. title match.
No, that's great. That's great, yeah.
Yep, following through from the last time. Yeah, man, I really want to watch that match now, actually. Next up, we got the Belfast Bruiser. Who the hell is that?
That's Fit Finley.
Is that Finley?
Yeah, it was Finley.
Wow. That's weird looking back on it now.
Yeah, it's they were using a nickname. Eventually, they went with Finley, but
because he kept the Belfast Bruiser in WWE. That's the reason I'm like, it can't be Finley.
It's
probably somebody else.
It sure is.
Okay, so it's Finley versus William Regal.
It is,
and I'm sure that was great up until the DQ.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, in Jeeves. I apologize. Regal came out with Jeeves. Sorry, Lord Steven Regal. Let me say his name correctly. But yeah, 17-minute match ending in DQ. Classic WCW. What the hell? So it's man versus woman.
Yep.
And Colonel Robert Parker, for some ungodly reason, beats Medusa.
Yep.
In 3 minutes.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry I even had to read that.
I don't recommend watching that.
Don't worry, I wasn't going to. I actually respect Medusa as a competitor.
Oh, absolutely.
Next up, singles match. Obviously, you got the Booty Man with the Booty Babe defeating Diamond Dallas Page. Good 16-minute match, which is longer than most of the matches on the show.
Right. Well, and it's to me, 16 minutes is a lot to ask from Brutus Beefcake.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Like Paige, I don't doubt him a bit.
Oh, Paige, I'm sure it was great in this whole match. But knowing Brutus Barber Beefcake, he was probably, taking 90% of the offense. And then Paige just got up at the end and, kind of tried to come back before losing. Am I right? You actually saw the match.
It's been a while since I watched it. I'll be honest with you. All I did was I went over it and I said, what here do I want to change? And when we get to the finish of the show, there's a big change, and it is the end of the show. Because, keep going, when we get there, I'll tell you all about it, because I hate the end of this show.
Well, we'll rock through these matches real quick then. Giant with Jimmy Hart defeats Loch Ness. Tag Team Chicago Street Fight. Booker T and Sting defeat the Road Warriors. And damn, this is a 30-minute match? Damn near. All right. And then lastly, I see why you hate this picture. The Doomsday Cage match.
So this thing, if you've never seen it, don't watch it because it's ugly. But it is so ugly. This cage,
even I've seen this,
is not. It's not a cage above a ring. It's a cage adjacent to the ring, and it's 3 stories, and it's clunky. It's hard to.
It's a cage on a cage of a cage,
and it's stupid. It's stupid. So my only change to this show is throw this Doomsday Cage in the trash. If you've got to bring in the Chamber of Horrors, bring in the Chamber of Horrors. If you've got to use the Thunderdome, use the Thunderdome. I don't care what cage you use. WCW's had so many cages in the history of the company. Just use one of those. Put the match in the ring. You can still have the mega powers of Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan take on a bunch of people. Now, in my world, there is no Dungeon of Doom, so don't really want Sullivan out there. But you can have Flair and Arn and who else in this match? Z Gangster, which is Tiny Lister.
Yep.
Don't use that Barbarian. Because that's a bad thing. But Barbarian, Ming, just do a cluster match inside of a ring surrounded by a cage. Not this weird off the
amalgamation of nonsense.
Trash. It was trash. I hated it. It's trash. We got to get off of this show because that was so bad. Super Brawl.
So Sorry, yes. Real quick.
You thought it was funny?
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. The funniest thing I've ever watched in my life. It was so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I forgot to say it, yes. Mega Powers obviously beat the Alliance to end Hulkamania because Hulkamania never dies. All right. Well, Slamboree.
Yes. Yeah. It was. What? It wasn't. Not. It wasn't. It wasn't April. It was in May. May 19th. That date feels familiar to me.
Yeah, May 19th.
Oh, it's long before Kane, but May 19th. It always sticks with me.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Even I remember Kane's debut, and I wasn't alive for it. No, that's a lie. No, that's true. I wasn't alive. I was right. It was a year. I was a year off.
Well, it wasn't his debut that was May 19th. It was his movie hype.
Oh,
it
that's
was Cena
right.
Evil is why he was hyping up May 19th.
That's right. I completely forgot about
that.
Oh,
it's all good. It was just fun.
I'm about to say, did you ever watch that movie?
Yeah, it's okay-ish.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen scarier horror movies.
Oh, for sure.
So I can't.
But I think
it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
I think he did a fine job.
Yeah, no. Linda Nicholas was actually like a solid horror movie.
So I hate
having his 15-inch dick.
I hate to say this, but the thing that I remember the most is Chris Benoit on the red carpet saying, "I love the part where he killed him." I was like, why does that stick with me so strongly?
Oh, that's so bad. I mean, I have a guess, but I don't want to say it out loud. So.
Yeah, moving right along.
Moving right along. So we got the Lord of the Ring first round tag team match. You got Booker and Road Warrior. Booker had some weird tag teams.
So this Lord of the Rings tournament is a rehash of the Lethal Lottery from the Starrcade 92. They just called it a new name. It's now called Lord of the Ring instead of Lethal Lottery Battle Bowl. But it's the same concept. You randomly draw partners. That's the reason he has
Okay, that's partners. Why this is so weird.
And then the night ends with crowning the Lord of the Ring, which is the Battle Bowl champion from 92. It's just it's a rebranding of the same concept.
Changed it, but exactly. Okay,
yes.
That makes more sense.
Absolutely.
All right, though, that would explain why Booker T and Animal are wrestling Luger and Hawk. And, of course, the Road Warriors don't lose. So, this is a double counter.
Of course it is.
Oh, boy. Next up. So somehow, despite the lottery concept, is the Public Enemy.
Yeah, we randomly got partners. Randomly.
Yeah, they defeated Benoit and Taskmaster. Thank God. Taskmaster shouldn't do anything. Obviously, Jimmy Hart was with Taskmaster. And let's see. Next page here, we got Rick Steiner and the Booty Man. I'm sure that was a top-tier tag team.
I love Rick Steiner. He's a great tag team wrestler.
I was mostly subtracting
I know exactly what you're doing.
Tag team. So I got all the respect in the world for Rick Steiner. Son's killing it right
Boo, boo, boo.
Dog face gremlin at his finest. They defeated Sergeant Craig.
Pitbull
Craig
Pittman.
Yeah, I forgot about him. Oh yeah, and with Teddy Long as his manager and Scott. Because somehow, some way, all the tag teams ended up wrestling each other. That makes perfect sense.
Yes.
Man.
Well, we're either tag partners or we're tag opponents.
Yep, same. It's basically the same thing at this one.
Yeah.
WCW Classic. Next up, we had Duggan and VK Wall Street.
Oh, do you know who that is?
Is that IRS?
It is IRS. Good job.
Man.
Do you know what VK stands for?
Vincent Kennedy.
Good job.
Hey, WCW.
Hey, TNA did it too.
Yeah, they did, and it was stupid when they did it as well.
I know.
They defeated the Blue Bloods, which is Lord Stephen Regal and Squire David Taylor. I don't remember him.
Oh, you never... I love this. I'm so glad you asked this question. So, Dave Taylor is the man who trained my wrestling trainer.
Really?
And that's the reason his wrestling name was Micah Taylor, even though his real name is Mike Shayer.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was so appreciative of his trainer that he took his last name.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I never hear nice stories like that in wrestling, man. Oh, man. Jesus Christ, how long is this tournament? There's like 50 matches left. All right. Next up, we have Earl Robert Eaton with Jeeves and Dick Slater with Colonel Robert Park. Man, there's so
all
many
the managers. Yes.
Oh, my God.
Vince would have a heart attack if he saw all these managers.
Man,
Get them out of
He
here.
would be so disappointed. They defeated Alex Wright and Disco Inferno.
The Boogie Nights later on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Later, yeah, they became the Boogie Nights.
What was that, like a year later?
Oh, no. Many, many years later.
Yeah, okay. DDP defeated... Oh, sorry. I apologize. DDP and the Barbarian defeated the Dungeon of Doom, which was Hugh Morris and Ming.
Mm-hmm. Which is, again, we got partners on opposite sides, Barbarian and Ming, in the Face of Fear.
Fair.
It keeps happening.
Yeah.
And everybody in that match was Dungeon of Doom except Dale's Page.
DDP, obviously, odd man out. Poor guy. Fiery Ice! Ice Train and Scott Norton.
Scott Flash Norton. Love that man.
So I think Scott was the fire in that situation.
Correct.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Well, they defeated Big Bubba and Stevie Ray. I was wondering where Stevie Ray was going to be in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And then, let's see.
Out in round one.
Yeah.
That's where he was at.
Yeah, of course. Makes perfect sense, man. But, I mean, Booker had to win. Sorry, that's a lie. Like, double count.
Yeah, right.
Okay, and then last, but certainly not least, Randy Savage and Ric Flair. Hell of a tag team.
Uh-huh.
With obviously
Big time
with
rivals.
Miss Elizabeth and Woman. I'm sure the storytelling was off the charts there. Jesus Christ, this match was probably amazing for the 4 minutes it was on. Defeated Arn Anderson and Eddie Guerrero. Whew.
All that talent.
So much talent. What happened to us?
What's that?
What happened to this match? Because 4 minutes is pretty short.
Yeah.
They just squash Eddie?
Probably.
There's so much talent in here.
I know.
Like, even the people outside the ring are talented.
I know. But so here's the thing. Like, it doesn't start here, but I push Eddie Guerrero in this world that I recreate in my WCW. They don't got that love for him, but I'm pretty sure I've got him in 3 straight pay-per-view main events.
Say less. That's all I need to hear.
We're it's a little ways down the road, but like one of his big time matches in WCW was against Six in a ladder match.
Yeah.
It was like in the middle of the card in real life, but I was like, this match is so good, it's going on last. Because
that's the benefit of hindsight. You know what matches are good and which ones.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's fun to do that. And I I throw away a bunch of Texas death matches or Mexican death matches. They loved using that phrase, but I do it.
It sounded great.
It sounds great, but I do it twice in later bookings. I have a joke death match where Six is having a death match with somebody, and then later him and Eddie have a real Mexican death match. Just
someone dies. Like
well,
you should in every death match.
What I mean is, it's a real hardcore match.
Love it. Next up, we got the WCW Cruiserweight title match. Dean Malenko defeats Brad Armstrong 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
I love the Armstrong family.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, great. They're good.
Yeah, Brian, Brad, Scott, Bullet Bob.
Okay, I see why all these matches are so short because there's like 1,000.
Exactly.
But my God. All right.
Inevitably, the tag matches lead to a battle royal, which crown the Lord of the Ring. Do you just want to jump there?
Yeah, because
who's crowned Lord of the Ring?
So crown Lord. Hold up, that's on a whole. Nope, just kidding. That's on this page. DDP defeats everybody.
Yeah, DDP defeats everybody. Good job. That's exactly what I wanted to get to because again, next episode, DDP playing a pivotal role along with Booker T.
Yep, and it works because he has 4 eliminations in this match with looks like 7 people.
Mm-hmm.
So that made him look great.
Absolutely.
I would assume. I haven't seen it, but I'm
well,
assuming that made him look great.
As you can tell, most of these matches are short, so going back to watch it, it wouldn't take you very long to speed right through them to get to that battle royal.
Got it. Real quick, we did skip over a U.S. title match right before the battle royal.
Oh, can I say who's in it?
Go for it.
Conan versus Jushin Thunder Liger.
With Sonny Ono on
Absolutely.
the manager position, which I'm sure was an amazing match.
I love Jushin Liger. Conan's great too, but Jushin Liger.
But Jushin Liger.
Oh my goodness.
All the respect in the world to Conan.
Yes.
But Jushin Liger.
Yes.
That's all I got to say. Honestly, if I just say Jushin Liger, people understand.
Yes.
All the respect in the world for that.
You know who really understands? Tyler Breeze.
Yeah, you're right.
Tyler Breeze understands.
I still, to this day, cannot understand why WWE released him. They trusted him to wrestle Jushin Thunder Liger.
And
then did nothing. And then did nothing with him. It made no sense. No IC title reign. He got a NXT tag title reign that was pretty much treated as a wet fart.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's there so much better. And he's so great. I watch him on all of his, I watch his Twitches. I watch him when he's on Up, Up, Down, Down. He's so funny. He has so much personality. And I'm like, he couldn't do any of this on TV for some reason?
Not allowed. Well, here's another thing that might go your way. Do you know who he was tag team champions with in Florida Championship Wrestling?
Was it Creed?
Oh, Roman Reigns. I knew you'd love that.
Oh, WWE, what are you doing? Oh my God.
All right, let's get back to Slamboree.
All right, literally just one more match. World title match. Giant defeats Sting with Lex Luger. So Sting's partner of the week.
So, my rebooking of Slamboree 1996, I'm not doing it. I'm not rebooking it. I'm not rebooking Slamboree 1996. I love Lethal Lottery. I love Battle Bowl. Renaming it Lord of the Ring, that's fine. I don't care. It didn't matter if it was the Battle Bowl ring. Don't matter if it's Lord of the Ring.
Out of curiosity, you get a trophy or something?
You get a ring.
You get a ring.
Ring, yeah.
So it's okay, Lord of the Ring. Okay.
Yes, and when it was Battle Bowl, you got a ring also. Because Bill Watts is the guy who invented the concept, and he wanted it to feel like a Super Bowl ring.
Oh, okay, so it's something you could, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
And so, again, I don't rebook it. I love Paige. Paige is getting pushed. Love Liger, Conan, Sting, the list goes on. Starrcade 92 gets a lot of grief, but I wore out that videotape when I was growing up, so I wouldn't change a thing.
Fair enough.
Moving on, last pay-per-view of this week's program is Great American Bash of 6/16 of 96.
There you go. All right, well, in reality, here's what happened. Yeah, big tag match. Steiner Brothers defeat Fire and Ice. Ice Train and Scott Norton.
Love Scott Norton. IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
And I, to this day, keep forgetting that.
Love it.
Keep forgetting it. It's incredible.
Over the top.
Big respect to the man, though. Let's see. Conan defeats El Gato. Who the heck is that? El Gato? Is that right?
That's what it says. And I don't know. He was not important.
Got it. All right, so we can pin that off as never seen again.
Yeah, he never shows back up.
All right, perfect. Let's see. You got a Lord of the Ring match. You got DDP versus Marcus Alexander Bagwell. Man, I forgot that was his whole name. Completely forgot. I only know him as Buff the Stuff, so that is funny. What the hell was the Lord of the Ring match? He just throw him over the top rope or something?
What? He's defending the ring.
Oh, you have to defend. So it's like a championship.
It's
like that Heritage Cup in NXT UK.
Correct.
No one watches.
Yeah.
Even though it's criminally underrated, it's actually a very good show.
That's what Steve says.
Yeah.
From Wrestle Juice.
Yeah.
And Stephen Larson. Going and Raw, all that.
Exactly, yeah. You going to Raw. Great name. Let's see. Next up, you got the Cruiserweight title match. My man Dean Malenko defeats Rey Mysterio Jr. I miss it when we called him Rey Mysterio Jr. And it was a nice 17-minute classic.
I mean, these two guys deliver. Freaking deliver. I love them. Love them so much. I love the fact that Dean is still influencing guys today in All Elite Wrestling. Rey Mysterio guiding his son to
whatever he's doing in WWE.
As much prominence as he can get.
Yeah. To be fair, if he wasn't Rey Mysterio's kid, I don't think they'd be doing anything with him at all. So,
not yet. I still have faith that he can be good or better than he currently is.
Yeah. To be fair, he's in the ring. He's very, very good.
He's super young.
Yeah, he hasn't found himself. What is he, like 20?
I feel like 22, 23.
So young.
Yeah.
So disgusting. Next up, we got a singles match. Did you start going by John Tinto already?
Let me see that.
Yeah. John Tinto versus Big Bubba.
I feel like I named him John Tinto.
Yeah, I'm about to say I feel like you switched it. Because I do not remember.
It's his name, so whatever. Call him John Tinto.
All right, man. He defeated Big Bubba with Jimmy Hart. Next page. What we got here? Big Falls Count Anywhere match. Chris Benoit defeats Kevin Sullivan.
Whew. That's the bringing reality to
little close
fantasy.
To the bone.
Yes.
A little close to the bone there. Big singles match. Sting defeated Lord Steven Regal, which is another match I really, really want to see.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. Next up, big tag match. You got the Four Horsemen. So Anderson and Flair, Heenan, Elizabeth, and Woman. Jesus Christ, there's so many seconds in this one.
Yes.
On the outside, they defeat Kevin Green and Steve McMichael.
Steve Mongo McMichael, future Four Horseman himself.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Kevin Green, also a football player. So
I was really trying to figure out who Kevin Green was.
It's the battle of the football players versus the Four Horsemen.
Gotcha. Well, they had Deborah McMichael, Randy Savage, and Tara Green all on the outside. Man, they were just standing there, I bet, too. And then last but not least, you got your world title match, your show ender, your closer. Who is it? Who is it, you ask? It's the Giant and Lex Luger. Giant wins.
So, my version of the Great American Bash, Lord Steven Regal versus Sting, cool. Love it. If I ever get the opportunity, which, we've talked about it, I'm pushing Steven Regal to the world title. Don't know when it'll come, but I want it to come because I love that man. So, oh yeah. So, I am going to spoil something for all the viewers. Before WWE does a brand split in real life, in this booking, am going to do a brand split for Nitro and Thunder. And so, that's in the notes because of me talking about crowning William Regal as champion. It doesn't happen in WCW because he doesn't stick around long enough. He ends up going to Vince's town. But in the booking, I will make WCW Nitro and NWO Thunder be a thing in the coming time.
Mm-hmm.
This is important.
So what they were planning on doing but didn't actually pull it.
Correct. But the reason this is important is because part of this series existing is my frustration with the bloat of WCW wrestlers in the New World Order. And so in my world, I will not have the Giant, Marcus Alexander Bagwell, Scott Norton, Sting, Conan, Disco Inferno, David Flair, Torrie Wilson, Horace Hogan, or Stevie Ray.
You realize you could just say the whole roster.
Join the New World Order. What I will do as this series continues is I will push Scott Norton, Marcus Bagwell, obviously Sting, the Giant, and all these people. I will push them on the WCW side because
they're WCW wrestlers.
Well, not only that, but not everybody who gets pushed needs to be in the New World Order. Like, that was something that was so freaking frustrating in real life.
Yeah,
if you weren't wearing the black and white, which, hey, this is...
Or the red and black, or the red and silver, or the green,
if you didn't have those
black.
Three initials, NWO, it felt like you weren't going anywhere. But not in my world. I have plans to make Marcus Bagwell a bigger deal. He can still be buff, but he doesn't have to be in the NWO.
He can still be the stuff.
Exactly. And the same goes with the Giant. You don't need to turn him every which way but loose. Like, he doesn't have to join the NWO, join WCW, join the NWO, join the Wolfpack, join the Elite, join the B Team, whatever. So, thanks for joining us in this trip down memory lane to go over where WCW went wrong, to talk about what I would do differently. And can you hand me that piece of paper there, good sir?
This one?
Yes, thank you. Next week on Wednesday Night Wrestling Remix, I titled it New and Unknown, because we open with Bash at the Beach 7/7/1996.
Wonder what happened on that day. Can't remember.
Join us next week to find out what went down.
See you.